Hi, this is Jack Stanley, and I wanted to talk just for a few moments on imagination. And the reason why I'm bringing up imagination is that right now, as we have been for the last several months, since March, we've been kind of stuck at home. And a lot of people are really starting to show signs of depression and really getting down, and they're kind of like in bad straits in so many ways. And I think one of the things that we could use is maybe getting away from social media a little bit, because social media can get pretty depressing sometimes. And also stay away from your cell phone every now and then. Put it down. Some people live in those things. And what you should do is pick up a book and read. Whatever it may be, whatever may tickle your fancy. Because the most wonderful thing, I think, especially in times like this, is sometimes you got to let yourself be just yourself. And you've got to let yourself be. No interference, no social, we got all this stuff, this Twitter and TikTok and Instagram and whatever else there may be. And some people are so focused on that, and so many people are so mad about so many things, and so many people are so offended about so many different things, and so many people are angry about so many different things. Sometimes just walk away. Pick up a book and try to relax a little bit. Let your brain breathe, okay? I think that's important. I'm reading some books right now. I'm reading Downstairs at the White House. I'm reading April 1865. And I'm reading a fascinating book called Child of the Winds. And that's Agnes Adache. And it's her mission with Raoul Wallenberg. And I had a wonderful series of conversations with her. And she wrote me some wonderful letters, and all her work during World War II, in trying to save many individuals from the Nazis. It's interesting stuff, and so I'm reading her book again. But you know something? When you read a book, this is what I find at least, and if I can make some suggestions, since so many people are stir crazy. When you read a book, it's theater of the mind, because your imagination takes off. And imagination is the greatest gift you can have. Because if you think about it, your stage, your plateau, your palette is as wide and endless as the universe. And so, get something to take you away from the everyday nonsense we're going through right now. And you know something? I feel really sorry for people who are stuck on one agenda or another, because they're just so focused on that, they start getting themselves depressed. Walk away. Take walks. You know what I do? Right down the road from here, not far away, is a cemetery. It's Graceland Cemetery. It's a beautiful, monstrous cemetery, and many of the famous and the infamous of Chicago are buried and interred there. And it's famous for its shrubbery, its trees. It has a nature section for birds. It's absolutely gorgeous, and I go through there at least 2 or 3 times a week, and I walk the whole cemetery. And I wear a mask, and I have gloves, of course, but I get time with myself, and I can think of a million things and let my imagination wander. And if you do such a thing, maybe you'll walk by, and maybe you'll see a tombstone and say, I heard about him, and maybe it'll inspire you to study about him. Because there's so much to learn in this world. there's so much to see, so much to appreciate. And so often we end up spending most of our time focused on one little area. And that's so unfair to yourself. So, this is my recommendation. Read however you read. If you have reading glasses, you're without glasses. I have bifocals. Actually, they're called progressives. So you don't see a line. I don't really care. Everybody my age has bifocals, so it doesn't matter. But you know something? Read these books. And one other thing, maybe keep a journal. Can you imagine the people reading journals written at this time, like 50, 70, 100 years from now, or longer? It'd be fascinating information. And you will be inspiring the future. Kind of an interesting thing if you think about it. And spurring on their imagination. And so, in closing, if I may say, your imagination is as wide as the universe. And as our second president used to say, sometimes I sit and my imagination takes me beyond the Milky Way. Think about that. He said that in the 18 teens. So here we are in the year 2020, this very strange year, the year that everyone's kind of forgetting, the year that is going to be lost to so many of us because we really have lost a good deal of everything that we usually do in a year. But think about all the things that you can study and imagine, and maybe join John Adams swinging around the Milky Way, letting your imagination go wild. That's about all I wanted to say. Keep your chins up. I know this is a rough time, but there's so many wonderful things you can do. And you know something? It doesn't cost anything to use your imagination. It's free, and it is absolutely fantastic.